of Consumer Protection issued a warning today about a vicious new scam that robs elderly Americans of their Social Security payments by convincing them they are dead. Carter Anderson has more with a Fraud Watch special report.
Thanks, Andrea. If you're a senior, you need to be on the lookout for this latest scam. It begins with a letter claiming that the victim is dead and instructing the victim to reroute all Social Security checks to the U.S. Department for the Dead. But the letter is a fraud, and the address is actually a P.O. box set up by the scammer. Henrietta Mockery is one of the many victims bilked out of thousands of dollars.
I had been ill for a long time, and nobody had come to visit, so I thought, maybe I am dead. They asked me for all my information, or I would be buried in an unmarked grave.
After stealing their victims' checks, many scammers will pursue their victims' savings, as Henrietta's son Brian saw firsthand.
I realized that she hadn't called in a few months, so I figured I'd go check on her, see how she was. I found her stuffing her jewelry into an envelope, going on about how she was a skeleton now, and she had to make sure her body transfer went through.
It was only after Brian showed her that her breath left condensation on a mirror that Henrietta realized she was still alive. But by then, it was too late. She had lost almost everything.
Unbelievable that there are people out there preying on seniors' weaknesses like that.
It sure is, Andrea. But these scams are hard to stop because they keep evolving.
Sure.
For instance, a woman in Flagstaff, Arizona was convinced she had been reincarnated as a cow.
Wow.
They even sent her a picture as proof and demanded that she meet them at a dairy farm with $2,500 in cash.
It's a shame.
But Andrea, by far the cruelest scammers I've seen are the ones who visit their victims' homes dressed as the grim specter of death.
Unbelievable.
This man stole from almost 100 seniors before the FBI finally tracked him down.
That is just terrible. Now, any last tips for our elderly viewers?
Sure, Andrea. As the Bureau of Consumer Protection warns, when someone tells you you're dead, don't believe them. When you actually die, you'll be gone forever, as if you've never even existed.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to yet another episode of Rogan Radio live from the friendly confines of Studio A here on the luxurious ranch of Casa La Rogan here at the wonderful and wild Leonardport, West Virginia.
Yeah. You don't like you don't like this music? Because I really.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, it's got a nice little beat, little thump. You know what I mean?
Kind of reminds me that we don't have Brucey in the on the panel with.
Are you hearing a little
little Oriental thing,
Far Eastern thing going on? Yeah.
Brucey is in New York City. I just saw a picture. He's
It works.
He's Easter egg hunting at Macy's. I didn't even know you could do that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You know, every time you put Michelle on the soundboard, you always live to regret it. See what I mean? Always. You live to regret it.
That was a grasshopper, by the way.
Oh, was it?
I was about to give Todd hell right there for. Oh my! What kind of soundboard is that anyway?
She's on like a Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom sound effect board.
Speaking of, that's a snake.
Yeah, rattlesnake.
Yeah, rattlesnake.
Speaking of
Diamondback.
Wild Kingdom. What was it called?
Yeah, Mutual of
Omaha's
Wild Kingdom, man.
We're going to go ahead a little bit later on, and we're going to play some songs from the '80s. Listen, if you just do it, listen, I know you're not sorry.
Hey, Darren? Who narrated for that? Was that Lauren Green?
No.
We did a thing way.
Marlon Perkins.
Was it Marlon Perkins? For some reason,
no
Marlon.
He was always dressed like
Perkins.
He was always dressed like the guy, the zookeeper dude that was always on Good Morning America or something.
I had a neighbor named Mr. Perkins.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was growing up, he gave me Copenhagen for Halloween. Trick or treat.
Wow.
Copenhagen, I could see it in your smile.
Mr. Perkins.
Hey, listen, we have some great things to talk about. So we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. Have you ever heard of medical advances concerning transplants? Well, of course you have.
Yeah.
Of course you have. Right now, I wish I could have some. We might call Sandy up a little bit later because I have this poison ivy. I mean, listen, it's getting. And I'm normally not allergic to poison ivy. Cassie also has poison ivy. Now,
Jeez, whiz.
What a
Darren
coincidence.
it's some kind of
I'm
a
all
poison.
healed up, man.
Darren,
Pretty much, yeah.
Did he not get a bunch of that down there with you a couple years later?
Oh, yeah.
This
No,
is the
it was last year.
This is
Last
the second annual.
Yeah, we got ate up bad last
we
year.
did.
And you did it again.
I was miserable.
And it's just as bad right now. It's just, hey, hello, Lori, down from Louisiana.
Listen,
How are
dude,
you?
don't scratch it like this. Just rub it.
Listen, I scratch it like I scratch everything else. I
till
scratch it till it
bleeds.
bleeds. And why is it that when you scratch something that you actually it feels so good that you can't stop scratching? What is that?
We talked about that at work the other day. And
Why
there's
is
some
that?
areas that you just want to
Scratch all the time. I'll scratch them in my sleep. I
don't know. Does it bring the blood to the surface, maybe?
don't know. I just know it feels good. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
That's why I do it.
Well, what's an itch?
What's an itch? It's just a sensation of your senses of something, some kind of a sensation.
Okay.
Do they even exist? But we're going to talk about, when talking about transplants, there's this dude from Italy. He moved to China. Well, you can't do the stuff that he does in Italy, but you can do it in China.
Okay.
Head transplants.
Oh, wow.
And he's so far been doing it on monkeys and dogs. Next, we're up for humans.
Really?
What's this guy's name, man?
His name, you can go ahead and put head transplants. His name is Dr. Sergio Canavero. Now, I don't have an Italian accent. I can say Sergio.
Sergio.
Canavero.
So,
Put a head transplant.
So let me get this straight. He's taking heads off of dogs and putting them on monkeys.
No. He's
Okay.
taking like 2 monkeys and changing their heads.
Oh, no. I want to be impressed.
You want to see a dog's head on a
Not
monkey?
that I'm not.
Well, listen.
Yeah, not that I'm not. I mean, it's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
But I want to.
You actually want to see.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're saying that he's swapping the heads over and everything, but we're not saying whether or not the damn things are
They're
still
actually
alive.
working. They're
Oh,
actually
no
working.
kidding.
The entire thing started from paralysis.
Okay.
So if you have like a cadaver, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they should call this dude, Giovanni Cadaver.
Yeah.
Dr. Giovanni Cadaver. But anyway, it's actually he's got it in the animal clinic. Working. Now I don't know. Here's the thing. Say if I'm paralyzed.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to donate their body to me.
I'll do it, dude.
I mean, I could give kidneys. You could do. You would actually give your body to me.
Damn right. Just think
You
how
know
happy
what,
Michelle
see.
would be.
I'm
Joking.
trying to figure out this computer.
She don't even know.
Well, speaking on that, you see most people in here, excluding Michelle, with facial hair. Now, do you think beards are sexy? Do you think beard? I mean, no. If you're a guy, I don't want you to answer. But Now, according in South Wales, they did a study at the Australian University down there, and guess what? Chicks found that guys with beards are a lot more attractive.
Okay.
Because it's a I think it's like
gorilla.
you know what? I think it's like a primal thing.
It
in
most
a
certainly
woman.
is. It most certainly is. And there's a reason why guys grow facial hair.
To keep
We're going to tell you about it a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, because let me tell you something. You're not going to like it. And you're going to go shave. And if you meet somebody with a beard, you might be thinking twice. Naughty or nice. Here's what I want to know right now. Tonight, the Game of Thrones starts back up again.
Ooh.
What I want to know is who's on with us. Who is on here with
Cassie
us?
Allen?
Hello,
Jack
Cassie.
Hall. Jack.
Hello, Dr. Jack down in
Can't
Webster.
see anything.
My
My
youngest
mommy.
daughter, Kayla's on here.
Hello, Kayla. Hello, Racheli.
My mommy's on here, Sandy.
Hello, Sandy.
My cousin Erica's on here, and Chrissy Larry is on here.
Very
Really?
nice. Mike
Let's see.
Vincent, hello, sir. Yeah, Gilligan's Island's episode. That's very nice. There's Carol. Hello. Jimmy's not here
Lori
tonight.
Harville. Lori
Down in
Harville.
She's down in Louisiana, right?
Got an answer on the
From
beard
West
question
Monroe,
already.
LA.
She says, Carol says, no, sorry. Some dudes don't look right with it, and some dudes don't look right without it.
Yeah. Or you know what? Maybe like you wear a beard for 10 years and you shave it, you don't look right without it.
That's
So
right.
everybody knows you with it.
Yeah.
Well, now, see, what's funny is last year for Halloween, I dressed up like a woman. Well,
Well, you did that yesterday too. It wasn't
Tell
we're
her all
supposed to
year
tell
round.
anybody,
Oh,
Chuck.
Chucky.
But I walked into her house
Yeah.
before getting ready for the party and all that kind of stuff. Here I shaved my goatee and mustache
Now listen,
off.
goatee and mustache don't begin with a B, which was you just
Yeah,
about
yeah,
said.
you
Did you hear
did.
that? I was going to shave my goatee
Back
and
hair,
mustache.
back hair, Chuck. Back hair.
Uh-huh. Butt hair.
Anyway, I went and shaved that off and then turned around after it was all over with and everything. She said, yeah, okay, you'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Oh. So you're letting her tell you what to do.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Is that a stupid question or what?
I know, right?
Do men with beards get told by their women what to do tonight?
Oh,
at
as a matter of
11?
fact, she just said, I better never shave it off again.
Yeah.
I wish I could see that stuff.
last
Chad
night.
without a beard?
Last night, listen,
No.
Lincoln's prom.
Comment.
Hey, listen, real quick, with that Lincoln's prom, did you help decorate that?
But Brian,
Yeah.
Well,
Brian
both of-
and Brian Wright was there.
Listen,
Yeah.
yeah, that place was freaking amazing.
It's
Thank
pretty
you.
awesome.
I'd
isn't it?
never seen that
Thank
school
you,
look
it
like
was
that
nice.
ever. Me and my wife were watching that last night on the big screen on YouTube.
Yeah,
And we're like,
it's
holy
pretty awesome.
crap.
It's pretty awesome. And here's what I like when there's stuff like that. The comments are
Wow.
it's kind of neat. And
Yeah.
and we didn't have this kind of stuff when we were growing up. And we say that a lot growing up. So you know what? It's kind of nice to actually have this kind of video, just like with the Little League stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It's awesome.
Because I can go back 20 years from now and say this is what we did. Now, granted, they'll be in spaceships at that point.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they'll have prom in outer space. But listen, how long did it take you guys to decorate for that prom?
They started yesterday over there at 1,
No, we've been working on it for about 2 or 3 months.
2 or
actually.
3 months. Yeah.
How do you have school? And
They don't have school. That's why. That's the issue. It's all about prom, dude. Where you been? No, it started yesterday about 1, or on Friday at 1,
Well,
and then
there was an early dismissal Friday, so we went over. But I mean,
Also,
yeah, the parents and the teachers have been meeting Sundays, evenings.
yeah. So like a lot of the set dressings, and you already had that stuff done, like somewhere, and they just brought it in, or you did it all there on spot. Because man, it was great.
well, did you notice when we went up the stairs, the first thing that you saw was the gold fountain that was sitting out here in the garage forever? Now I better get the damn thing back.
Oh, but
And
the
it better be a-
ceiling and everything, the
It's
ceiling
pretty
was completely
awesome.
covered.
It's
Did you see
pretty
it, Chad?
awesome.
I didn't see it.
I haven't saw it yet.
Yeah, it's pretty
What?
neat.
It was a RoganRadio production.
Well, I know, but I haven't. Listen, I have. Little League has ruled my life
oh.
for the last
Well,
couple.
do yourself a favor.
I'll
When
watch
you're-
it today,
And you're in the
tonight.
library tonight, sitting there.
Yep, I will.
Check that.
All right,
out.
let's talk about beards.
Yeah.
Now, who has facial hair right now? We know Darren
Not
does.
me.
Chad
Everybody
does.
here.
Everybody here. Do I have a little bit of a scrub?
Get a little 5 o'clock shadow.
So here's the thing. They did a study over in Switzerland. Now, I can't say this guy's name. We have a big following in Switzerland. I'd like to thank everybody who's listening all the time. And if you would, join us on Sundays at 7 Eastern Standard Time.
What time is it there?
Well, that's what I mean. It's probably tomorrow already.
What time is it in Switzerland right now, Chad?
Alexa, what time is it in Geneva?
It's 1:26 a.m.
Okay, yeah, they're sleeping.
They can be out if they're. Yeah.
They're partying.
They're still partying,
Yeah,
man.
they're partying. They're
Yeah.
waiting on RoganRadio to come
Yeah.
on.
Now, is that 1:26 p.m. Sunday?
No,
AM
that'd be
or
AM
Monday
morning.
AM Monday
Yeah,
morning.
tomorrow. See, they already have to go to work a lot.
So they're
earlier.
living in the future.
Yeah.
They are.
Literally.
I wonder what they could tell me about the stock market. Anyway, they did a study over there, and his name is Dr. Andreas Calzut or something like that. Anyway, what they did was they went and they had 18 guys. Okay, they took 18 guys that had facial hair, they had beards, and they did a study on this stuff because what the deal was they wanted to see what kind of bacteria. You know, you see guys and all that stuff gets locked into their facial hair and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Every time they eat, you see Cheetos and all that kind of junk that's hanging all. You just see it.
Yeah.
So they kind of wondered what kind of bacteria is in that. Well, they did the study, and believe it or not, they also did it compared to dogs.
Ooh.
Guess who was cleaner?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yep.
Dogs were most definitely cleaner. It's so much, in fact, 7 out of those 18 guys had bacteria in them that were actually harmful to human beings.
Really?
In their beards.
Yeah. So it begs the question. Moving on through the conversation, this is the one that I want to know, and we don't really have anybody without any facial hair. That's why I was hoping Jimmy or Bruce were going to be here.
Oh, thanks, babe.
As far as guys, you'll
Yeah.
get what I'm saying
Right.
in a minute.
Yeah.
You'll get what I'm saying.
You can have facial hair if you want.
Could.
No, I'm
Well, if
good.
you look real close, you probably do. Can you put a beard on Michelle real quick, Darren?
I wish I could.
No, I mean, I'm not yours. I mean no, anyhow, though. So moving on with the conversation, men's health. So I'm reading this thing about how disgusting facial hair is. Now, I have facial hair not to make me look awesome and bad and mean and
Dude,
everything.
you look rugged, man, like a freaking...
Just like a lumberjack.
Like you should be carrying a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Or a homeless bobo.
I do it because I'm lazy.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
it.
mean? And about once every time I shave, I tell myself, you know, if it was just to this, if I would just do it every day, it would take about 30. It's like cleaning the house or something. If you just do it 30 seconds a day, then you never really have to spend all day cleaning the house.
But when you wait 2 weeks...
Then all of a sudden it turns into this fiasco. And then you're shaving your underarms and your tits and everything else. I mean, which I do that too.
You shave your underarms?
Oh no, most certainly. Do I shave I don't.
Everything.
Oh, my...
Except my legs. I don't do that. But give me a chance.
Why don't you shave your legs, man?
They help you run faster.
I'm telling
If
you
you
what.
shave your underarms like a woman, why
Now,
don't
listen.
you shave your legs?
Now let me ask the ladies. If you're out there listening right now, and this isn't disgusting, do you want to see a guy? Listen, I do my nose, my ears, I do my face, I do my underarms, I do my toes, I do it all. I get all that shit off there. I think hair is unsightly. That's me though.
You're a man.
That's right. But I'm thinking if I'm a woman, I don't want to see that junk on a guy.
Yeah, but
because
you
I don't want to
just-
see it on a woman. So why would I want to see it on a guy?
You just told us like freaking 5 minutes ago that women are attracted to
But
that.
they are. But there is a reason. And this is according to Men's Health. I didn't make this up. Check
Right.
it. Google it. Somebody else Google it while I'm talking about it right now.
said so.
A doctor said so. Men's Health. They took 100 primates because Todd was bringing this up. I said you're going to find this conversation very interesting.
Yes.
Of why do guys grow facial hair?
Why?
So they go through nature, and this includes human beings, and they have these dudes more often than not. Too bad Cuddles isn't here because this is going to be the prime.
Oh,
this will be the prime
full of hair.
specimen here.
Full of hair. Full of hair.
Big beards. Why is that? Because I'll tell you why. They have small testicles. So to attract the ladies, they have to look mean and bad, hence the facial hair. It happens in nature. It happens with human beings. So subconsciously, you guys know you have small wing wongs, and you have
said
to go.
testicles.
Listen, it's all the same stuff down there.
No.
Testicles produce your testosterone. That means you're actually less of a man. So to be more of a man, you have to be
Okay.
intimidating. You have to probably get a couple tattoos. Oops. And you have to grow some facial hair. Whoops. Whoops.
Well, you got the 5 o'clock shadow, so maybe you got a little ED.
I'm
going
just
on.
being lazy.
Yeah.
No, but how funny is that? How nature works like that. So they actually
yeah.
did this study, and now the crazy thing about this is, if you ask women, which they did, once again going back to South Wales, down in Australia,
Aussie.
they asked this. Hello, Pam. I
Hello,
just saw you
mate.
pop up. Do you like facial hair and tattoos and stuff like that? What's up, Brian? The thing is, though, they find actually it more attractive. They're more actually attracted to a dude by their appearance, as you would probably guess that happens in nature, than they are anything else that could be for the reproductive aspect of things.
Yeah. That
See,
makes
women.
sense.
Yeah, women aren't shallow like men. When I say that is,
Well, you're just saying
no,
you'd
you're
rather
just-
go on looks than what's actually their nature of them?
No. I'm saying men usually just go. Men
you-
are very
so you-
visual.
so-
They're very visual. A woman will.
Well,
look
you're
at,
just saying now. Listen, you're just saying that the woman is less visual. You're saying the guy's always visual, but now you're saying the woman is actually more.
Yeah, a
visible.
woman will go out with. A woman may not go out with the most attractive man in the room because she finds one more attractive for what's on the inside.
Yeah, but we're talking about on the outside as far as something that you could shave off. The inside would be your testicles that you can't change, just like what you're saying.
Okay.
The outside is facial hair to cover up that you don't have testicles.
Right, but you're saying that a man will grow a beard, like a real long beard,
To attract a woman.
To attract a woman. Well, I'm saying that women aren't necessarily shallow as a man.
But women aren't gonna like when a woman sees
'Cause men are
a
shallow.
man, they're not gonna know the size of their testicles.
Well, we all know
Unless
now.
they're in a nudist colony.
We
or
all know
something.
now that if you see a man with a beard, he's got a small
No
wiener.
testicles. So what I was hoping to do.
So we need to compare their shoe sizes to their beard size.
Or how big a truck they drive. Mark drives a big ass
so
truck.
does Chad and
That's
Darren.
it. That's
I
it.
wonder if they have any motorcycles.
That's got nothing to do with it, dude.
You're starting to get into a very dark area for you, Chuck.
See what I mean? See how it all works out? You can almost see it coming together like this. But I was wanting to see, what I was hoping that was going to happen tonight is that Bruce and Jimmy would somehow compare their testicles with, say, like Todd and Darren's. And you could stand up there and we could say, okay, no facial hair. Okay, and we would do that, but we can't do that.
Yeah, we're
Because
just not going to do that anyway.
But I'm just saying, wouldn't that be that would be a good instrument?
That would be a great
or
experiment.
an instrument. That would be a very good experiment. But how awful is that to think that somebody actually has enough time to think, you know what? I wonder why all these, because we did remember that short, we did a video before the show there talking about the goatees, and you see this like nerdy guy, but then he grows a goatee, and all of a sudden he's this like mean dude just because of that, its appearance.
You know, I can see that based on just nature itself and how that takes over. That makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely, Steve, they do.
Yeah.
Steve says fake boobs really are attractive to men.
See?
So that's one of those things.
I prefer natural.
Do you?
But if you're just watching from the outside, you're probably not going to.
Absolutely, you wouldn't
you're
really.
not
Maybe
gonna
you
know.
could get testicular implants.
Yeah,
Nudicles.
like nudicles.
So will that make your beard
What is
go
that?
away?
Nudicles are fake testicles. You can get those
Oh,
things.
I was kidding.
Didn't Cajun?
No.
Didn't you get Cajun?
Cajun had those. My very first Labrador had fake nudicles,
So he could feel like a man.
so he could just walk around and have them things jiggling
Okay,
around.
that was a joke. I just really.
Yeah, no, they
didn't
absolutely
want-
do.
No,
Nudicles.
that was-
Google it.
And you can get them for your truck, too. Truck nuts.
Yeah, truck
nuts.
nuts. Yeah,
Truck nuts, that is
Where you going, baby?
awesome.
Going down to Walmart, getting me some truck nuts.
Ryan Faber says, "I can't grow a beard. It comes out looking like Joe Dirt."
Well, listen,
Well.
now that's exactly how mine is. If I try to do anything, now it's coming in white and black. I mean, it's coming in 15 different colors for
Something
one.
hippo.
But then I also have these main spots to where it doesn't grow at all. Like I can grow this big beard, but right here will be absolutely like bare.
That's weird, Chuck.
Yeah, well.
There's only been once where I actually tried to grow a full beard, and I wasn't paying attention. One time while I was shaving, and it, zzz, well, hell with it. Back to the
Yeah.
goatee I go.
Yeah, that's
Usually.
how you do
I
it.
just can't get my head wrapped around keeping that line just right and everything else.
Oh,
I'm tired. Get up in the morning. Okay, got to shave this crap off.
About 2 or 3 times a year, I'll clean shave completely.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it. 2
I
or 3
haven't-
times a year.
Yeah, I haven't done that for years. Clean shaved.
You should do it.
Nope.
Nah.
Just I think you should do it just so we can be like, hey, look.
Oh, last time you did it, you had surgery.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
it
that.
is. Yeah,
I
we
got a
saved that
picture
And it
of
did
picture,
not
too.
even
I
look
like
like
it.
Darren Hartman.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of the facial hair and how chicks think they're attractive, yet nevertheless, in nature it says it's because they're not very manly. Now, I'm not saying that. Everybody around here has facial hair.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm
not
just going by what
everybody.
I'm reading. I'm a reader. That's
Not
all.
everybody.
We have some jokes concerning beards, and I'm going to start them out. Who shaves 10 times a day and still has a beard, you ask?
Who?
The barber.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Chuck, what do you call a man without a beard?
What do you call a man without a beard? I'm not sure.
A woman.
Hey.
Whoa. You're so pretty, Michelle. Thank God you don't have a beard.
I'm still trying to figure this computer out.
Hey,
It's okay.
how can you tell if a man with a beard is gay or straight?
I don't know.
Smell it.
Oh, going back to the bacteria part, I guess.
Hey, how did the barber win the race, Chuck?
How did the barber win the race?
How'd the barber
I'm
win the
not
race?
really
He
sure.
took a shortcut. Get it? Get it? Get it? Yeah, get it.
Chuck Norris can grate fresh Parmesan cheese with his beard.
Oh.
Here's actually a good one. Dear Disney,
I was just reading.
yeah, why doesn't Tarzan have a beard?
Yeah, why is
Why
that?
would that be?
Because it would
Did he
grow
have some-
eventually.
Did he have some kind of a disease to where he just didn't grow any hair? But he had a nice head of hair.
He had a really sharp rock. He'd use it every morning.
Must have been. Must have been.
Chuck, have you heard that song? It goes like this. I like big beers that cannot lie. You get, There's not
Never
a lot
heard
of,
that one.
Not a lot of beard.
Why
jokes.
don't men with beards have beards have vacuum cleaners?
Why?
Because they already have crumb catchers.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you call a bald drug dealer with facial hair?
I'm not sure.
Heisenberg.
I'm not even sure I get that.
That's because you're not a Breaking Bad
Breaking
fan.
Bad?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What?
Speaking of that, I mean, Breaking Bad, are you going to watch this thing tonight with the Game of Thrones? I've never seen it.
Yeah, great.
Breaking Bad was a
Why do
big
you
one.
think I asked for the website?
Oh, it's gonna be. It comes on at 9 o'clock
Yeah, well,
p.m.
yes.
Eastern.
Game of Thrones is a big one I've never seen. Walking Dead, I've never watched any of that.
I
No.
tried
I've
watching
read
Walking
all
Dead.
the books of Game of Thrones.
Is it actually a good show though?
I haven't.
What was-
Yeah, it's a good show. It started out, like I said, I haven't seen it since season 2,
Right.
Because I don't have HBO, but
I
I've
can
read the books.
I can
Books
give you a
are
website
excellent.
to where you can get them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
be nice if I had internet.
Oh,
Hey,
Now, how about the show Vikings? Is it still on?
Vikings
Yes,
is great.
last season's coming up.
No, it was a pretty good show. Frankie
Yeah,
Hott
they're
used to
going
really
into
like to
season
watch
10.
that. Very
Now,
good.
see, me being a DC comic Marvel fan, I've been watching Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the last season for it too.
Man,
I
a lot
love
of them are in it,
Gotham.
aren't they?
It was the story of Bruce Wayne before he become Batman,
Mm-hmm.
as a child dealing with his parents' death and all that stuff.
Right.
So, the last episode's getting ready to be coming up here in May. It's when he does the transformation from being Bruce Wayne into the full-fledged Batman.
Hey, Chuck. This goes back to what we were talking before. A dog is a man's best friend, right?
Right.
A beard is a man's best wingman.
Ooh.
Yeah, a beard.
You know, I really
Because
didn't
women
like,
are attracted.
You know, in the beginning, I grew a beard once, and I didn't really like it, but it did grow on me.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got a question.
Yes. And listen, that was a joke for the ages. They won't. They won't. So listen.
literally.
Does
Go ahead, take a
anybody
seat.
know? Does anybody know who invented the beard?
Who invented the beard? Jesus.
Who do you think
I don't-
invented the beard, Chuck?
No, I tell you, if I was going to say there's one person that, I would automatically, right off the top of my head, probably think that it would be somebody, perhaps maybe like Chuck Norris. But I'm going to retract that.
No.
Because I know somebody else that
Yep,
would.
I do
Bigger
too.
and badder than Chuck Norris.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And his name is Vaughn Haggerty. He has a beard.
He's got beard from his head to his toe.
That guy has a beard, and he always wears a West Virginia hat as he makes posts on I Like Simpson. You can check it out on Facebook. The man, the myth, the legend. The biggest badass in 3 states. His name is Vaughn Haggerty.
Vaughn Haggerty. Vaughn Haggerty's got 7 inches of your man hanging off his face. Yeah!
You can check out Vaughn with special guest Wayne Worth this Saturday at the Mellon Arena.
Wayne Worth.
Get your tickets now at 681-222-7646.
It's Vaughn versus Wayne and Wayne versus Vaughn.
Wayne versus Vaughn, street cleaning machine.
Here we go.
In this corner, you have Wayne Worth, 185 pounds, the perfect hair. Against in this corner, Vaughn Haggerty, 255 pounds of nothing but muscle, and he has a beard. Who will win? Find out this Saturday.
Versus Wayne. You can buy the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
I love
Those
that
pictures are great.
I know.
That one he did today was unbelievable.
Listen, I'll tell you what, Wayne Worth. You can't. Too bad he has such a full schedule because he would be. He's like behind the scenes. Does a lot of like the pictures and things. And listen, they're awesome. Listen, let me tell you something. They get better and get better and they get better. It's absolutely amazing.
Hey, Michael Vincent said there used to be a band years ago in Morgantown called the Bearded Clams.
Yeah, there actually was.
Remember,
the Bearded Clams.
What about there was another band, party band. God bless it. The Silk Nuts.
Yeah.
That was their. God bless it. Who was it?
I remember Weird Harold. I used to watch them dudes all the time.
Weird Harold.
Weird Harold.
Weird Harold.
Yeah.
And the Slick Nuts. That was their. That's the name of the band. What
He's
was
got
the
slick
name?
nuts on his mind for some reason.
That was the name of the. Somebody out there knows it. Yeah, that's
Now, here's the
Good job,
That's
Jim.
it. Good job.
Now, I'll tell you what. One of the big things that's going to happen this Christmas. Now, I'm excited for this Godzilla movie. Make no mistake about it. To me, that's going to probably be one of the best movies of the year.
Yep, I'm excited too.
Carol's so excited about this. She's made sure we've already asked her daughter the whole night. I think we're making this a group function to go to the movies to see Godzilla.
This is going to be a good one. But there's another movie that just came out with a trailer. Now, you know what? This is it. Now, I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen here because out of the entire story, this is it. It's over.
Maybe we'll get some. Some of the people on Facebook will give us their 2 cents.
Comes out at Christmas. Why? Who's playing with? Are you playing with your phone? I mean,
it's right there.
Your pen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm just joking with you anyway.
Where's the stress packer?
Yeah, where is this stress
Where is
packer?
this?
Yeah.
I see it. I see it. It's behind the monitor.
There's somebody hid that.
Yep.
Did you hide the stress picker, Chucky?
You know what? You know who did that when St. Jude was here?
Yeah.
Remember that time? It's been about a year ago.
We put it
were
up.
in Mexico.
Yeah, because in the beginning of this, Todd would always do this. He'd always be touching stuff. So then Jimmy went out and got him the stress packer.
There
We
you
haven't
go.
seen
Clean
that
your
for
nuts.
a long time.
We were in Mexico, and my mom snuck in here, and she said,
She wanted to take it home with her,
"Don't
but
tell
she
the
didn't.
guys, but I hid the stress packer."
Damn it.
Yeah.
Miss Jude, don't touch the stress picker.
Anyway, there's a movie coming out, and it's going to be what? Did they have a name for this yet? The Rise of Skywalker.
Yes. And as soon as I heard that title, I thought this is supposed to be the end. It almost sounds like the title for the beginning.
Well, here's what I'm worried about. We're going to watch the trailer here in a sec. But here's what I'm worried about because the movie itself, the last one especially, they have, I don't want to say wasted, but they're going to have to cram so much stuff in the 2 hours to make it all make sense now.
It'll probably be longer than that.
It's going to
have to be because you can't cram everything that they have to cram in 2 hours.
You wouldn't think so. Or it's going to be
screwing it up.
Well, Chad, how long is that new Avengers coming out? How long is that movie?
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Come on, that's
2 minutes or
Titanic
something.
scale there.
Yeah, that's
3 hours. I couldn't do it. I could not sit.
I'm going to because I really want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to see it. I'll watch the
Comes
last
out
one.
on the 26th. I'll be there
Of
at
May
or
April?
April.
April.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a
26th
couple
April.
weeks.
I'm going to be going to 27th after work.
What, that's like the premiere night or
that's the
whatever.
premiere.
Oh, I won't go on that night.
All right, here we go. We're going to watch this trailer. I want to see what you think. You got that thing lined up there, Darren? Okay. This is going to be pretty good. I love it. Lando's in this thing. The Emperor's voice at the very end is in this thing. Is somebody breathing heavy?
Yeah, Miss
it's
Ray.
her. Oh, yeah. She's sexy as
She
sin.
is super sexy.
Now, this is exciting.
Yeah.
This is big time.
all we know.
Is that Luke?
That's Luke. Sounds like him.
I just love the sound
1,000
effects.
generations live in you now.
Tatooine, where do you think this is?
That's
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Or Jakku.
But this is your fight.
Now, we've been waiting for this for a long time, and hopefully it turns out to be halfway decent. Like I said, like Chad was talking about. If this thing isn't like 16 days long.
All right, now look, we got a TIE fighter interceptor flying. Now, who do you think's flying that?
That's got to be Ren. Kylo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, but that's not his ship. And I'm a nerd, so I know
Unless
that.
that's Darth Maul.
Could be, you know.
Because look at that red. Did you see the red? Yeah.
That is badass.
This Christmas,
It's Christmas from a galaxy far, far away.
you'll see Kylo Ren rip guys like he's on the Game of Thrones.
You'll see John Boyega and BB-8.
And Lando Calrissian in the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, the saga comes to an end.
You'll see the land speeder the Jabba died on.
Pow, pow, pow. You'll
Princess
see a
Leia
dead
back from
Carrie
the
Fisher.
dead. See 3PO.
And a smoking hot Ray.
And
Somebody.
part of the Death Star.
Listen.
Yeah.
Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay. I didn't notice this before. Let's go back here. We're going to go this real quick. And let's go through
I'll watch this 10 more times because I got a
fast motion because I want to see whose hands those were because
You
those
don't-
look
that's
like
what I mean.
Darth Maul.
Well,
Let's see. Right? It's
That's
gonna be-
just not his ship. See? Look at them hands.
But those gloves, though. The gloves. But see, those are lights. Those aren't actually, there's nothing red.
yeah,
on
that's
there.
just part of the inside of the ship, I think.
It's
But-
got, it has to be. I mean, what else could it be? I mean, there's,
Yeah.
Because if not, they're going to be dragging this thing out for 10 more years.
Well, Well, Kylo's hurt, right?
Well, he's got
Kylo's
that scar.
hurt.
He's got that scar. Oh, he got whacked too.
He got
and-
whacked pretty good.
Yeah.
She laid him open.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I don't know whose hands they are. We assume that they're Kylo Ren's, but so who's
I'm kind of
Rise
leaning
of,
towards the Darth Maul.
that's fine, but when they say Rise of Skywalker, who they talking about?
Kylo or what's her name there?
Ray.
Oh, it has to be.
Because
I mean,
we assume that she's a Skywalker.
It has to be.
She
I mean,
is.
everybody's always said from the very beginning it's Han and Leia's. I mean, they always threw this little deal in there that somehow it was Luke's. There's not going to be. They don't have time to make it that complicated because if they say it's Luke's, then somehow they're going to have to go in this relationship of where's this out of 30, 40 years now, where in the hell's Luke's girlfriend?
Well, they
been?
may, but just like they did with. Yeah, the titles are slipped my mind. The one they put out a couple Christmases ago.
The Last
it was
Jedi?
No, not the Last Jedi. The one before.
The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
The Force Awakens.
No.
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Okay.
Kind of like how they went back and told the story in between the story for Rogue One. I think that's what they'll do here.
Well,
so they'll like flashback, do some flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Maybe the Rise of Skywalker is because Kylo Ren is a Skywalker.
Right.
So maybe because you can almost get that sense in this.
That's true. That's a
But
good
see,
point.
and that's what I've said.
Well,
maybe he'll.
I think they're finally going to go ahead and let her know who she is.
Well, that's fine. But if you remember, him and her were kind of clicking a little bit.
Well, they both have the same.
Yeah, they were kind of doing
listen.
this, and then he smashed the shit out of that helmet.
Listen,
right?
man,
Listen,
think
but
about
then
this.
in this trailer, he was putting the helmet
fixing
back
it.
together to put it back on his freaking head.
He had
dude.
some glue.
But maybe who knows what they're going to do.
Gorilla Glue.
This is why it's going to be kind of interesting because there's so many angles. The angle that, and the thing is, as Star Wars fans, we're going to talk about all the most crazy theories that make sense, and then you watch it, and then you're going to see the trailer, and you're like, oh, it's right there the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. It could be the fact the Emperor's back now. Okay, Kylo comes in. He's going to do the. Look what they've previously done. You had two twins. You had Han and Luke, right? Okay, so that would be say Kylo. That you could go with that and Rey.
No, you had
Luke and
Leia.
Leia.
Oh yeah. That's what I meant. So there's twins in the Skywalker family. So you could have the two twins again. You could go that route, or you could
I think
also
that's the obvious route to go.
or you could do like the Kylo thing, or you could do Darth Anakin. He was all this big badass guy, and then he turned, and so then he killed the Emperor. And now all of a sudden you hear the Emperor's back. So maybe Kylo's going back and trying to wipe the Empire out.
Maybe Kylo's going to be a good guy now. Fix that mask and take the Emperor out.
Maybe that Ren chick is maybe
that.
she's not a Skywalker. Maybe it's going to be Kylo.
That's
And all of a sudden, and
Listen,
then the rise of Skywalker's back because now all of a
I
sudden
like that.
he's letting it all go and he's coming back and he's going to be like the Luke. He's going to be the next
Hey,
Luke.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot because you're flipping the whole Vader idea.
Yeah.
I like it. I like
and
it.
you're
I
going to
like
see
it.
Vader in this. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
No, listen. Out of all
Vader's there.
Star Wars characters, who do you always see? The biggest character of them all, Vader. You see him down at Disney. You don't see Han Solo. You see Vader.
Now
It's
you
all Vader.
You understand this is this takes place after Jedi.
No, sure. But
Okay,
you're going to see flashback stuff. You're going to. He was talking about his dad. I mean, he wasn't in the Force
Well,
Awakens.
it said on it there that there's like 67 Easter eggs in this film.
Yeah, so that's what there's going to be
67
between the light. Was that Luke's lightsaber? All kinds of stupid shit like that I never pay attention to in the first place. I never pay
I
attention
don't either.
to.
It's going to be good. I wish it wasn't Christmas.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Christmas movies. I mean, I don't like when they debut at Christmas.
Oh.
There's so much other stuff going on.
Too much stuff going on.
Technically, Star Wars should be a May movie anyhow.
Or is it actually going to be yeah, it should be. Is it going to be a Christmas Day movie or is it going to be like December 19th?
Now, here's the thing.
When's that thing come out?
Here's the thing that I would like, because a lot of people say Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
Maybe,
Die Hard
yeah.
was released like in April or some July or something like that, but it had a lot of Christmas themes in it. This is coming out on Christmas Day. If they put one Christmas tree in this movie, bang, this is the new Die Hard.
Movie. It is. Yeah, it will be.
December 20th.
December 20th. Okay, so
Yeah.
a few days before.
Yeah, a few days before.
And then what we're doing for Kennedy's birthday.
Hell, you going to go see Star Wars?
I'm going to pre-order my tickets on the 19th. That's her birthday, and we'll go on the 20th.
I'm gonna Are we going to go see that?
Absolutely, we're going to go see. This is it, man.
Colts in. I guarantee Colts in.
Yeah.
You're not going?
Oh, come on. You have to
Michelle.
go see this thing. Why are chicks not interested?
My wife
She can hang out with Cindy.
Now, see, Carol don't want to have no part of it either.
Okay, so we'll have a
Hello,
girls.
Jessica.
We'll have a girls' night.
So I guess.
Okay, girls could go out to their little party, but you
girls
guys
one
can
way,
go
guys
do
another.
Yeah, we'll go watch Star Wars. You can go
Yes.
do your Magic Mike shit. I don't care.
Okay.
Knock it out, hot shot. I'll
That's
run.
right.
I'm going to go watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go too.
And here's the bad part.
I would've never guessed Tom.
I'll go the first time, and I'll probably go again before it leaves theaters.
How many times did you go see the last one?
3.
3.
Yeah. The one. See, I went again because I was bored one day, but the last one we went. Colt fell asleep.
Right.
So he was all. I mean, he was so mad. We were walking out to the truck. That was premiere night. We were walking back to the truck, and then he realized that he had fallen asleep.
No.
Yeah, and he was bawling his eyes out all the way home. I said,
man.
buddy, give it a couple of days. We'll go back.
We'll go see it again. We'll go see it again. That's too funny.
I only saw The Last Jedi one time.
It was really good.
On the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I only go to see a movie one time on the big screen. After that, if it's one that I need for my collection, or if it's one that I just decide, you know what, I want that movie, I just go and buy it. Wait till it comes out, go and buy it, and then I can watch it however many times I want.
No, I would make an exception for this, like say to see this multiple times if it's a good flick. First of all,
If it's
I never go to the movies.
Man, it
period.
better
They
be.
gotta
we
do it
don't.
right.
We don't.
They
I don't
gotta
like
do
the
it
movie.
right.
They can't rush it into 2 hours. They can't. They can't. But if I go see a movie and then I want to say, like, listen, that's going to look good in 3D. So then I'll go watch it again in 3D. But then say they
I can't
really
watch
get
3D movies.
I love them. But say they get really crazy and say we're going to put this baby on the IMAX up in Pittsburgh.
Never been to an IMAX.
I haven't either.
No, what?
Nope,
You
never
guys
have.
haven't chatted?
Nope.
Darren?
Oh, we got
Yes.
to make a road trip.
Oh, they're like
down in
Never
South
been to
Carolina.
one.
Well, it's
oh my
actually
goodness,
down in Charlotte.
the screens are ginormous. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, you actually
yeah.
feel like you're in them. I mean, they're what, a
Yeah.
couple stories tall?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
They're
big. Find
huge.
the see if you can find the dimensions on an IMAX. Alexa, what's the dimensions on an IMAX theater movie screen?
Here's what I found on Computer Monitor's Wikipedia page. On two-dimensional display devices such as computer monitors, the display size or viewable
What
image
does this have to
size
do
is
with
the
IMAX?
actual amount of screen space that
Alexa.
is available to
Cancel.
The standard IMAX screen is 22 meters.
canceling.
Okay, it's 72 feet by 53 feet.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
going. It's like going to the
Man,
Ellis.
It's yeah.
It's like going to the Ellis inside of a building.
Yeah.
And it's just
Pretty
like
big.
I went to one. It was in Charlotte
Mm-hmm.
back when they had the planetarium at IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
it's nuts.
it felt like you was right in space.
Oh, it'll make you sick.
I mean,
Yeah.
it felt like you were right in space.
I wanna go
man.
see
It was
one.
amazing.
And I can't remember what they filmed the frame rate is on an IMAX movie. I mean, it's
Does it have
it's
to be
ungodly.
super fast?
It's ungodly fast.
So-
on like this stuff, I don't know, like a production movie like this, you couldn't have it that fast because you would see how fake it is.
Right.
That's why they keep it like at 24 frames because it dulls it down so much. Everything looks real.
But with the technology they have today, though, they could probably run that at.
Well, I mean, you still
60
have
frames.
sets though. You still, I mean, they can. What I'm saying is they can, but you don't want it to be so sharp because then you see how fake the costumes are and you see how fake the guns are. You know, you see that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's too real, and all that fakeness, all that cheesy stuff comes out.
Yeah, and when it's dulled
Yeah.
out, you just don't see it. That's why they,
Yeah.
But now when they do their like their stuff like a Niagara Falls or Yosemite something, I think it's like 240 frames
Oh,
per
yeah.
second, some craziness like
Yep.
that.
Because they want you to see every single little drop of rain.
Yep.
So I will probably, what I'll do is when this comes out, but if they do it in IMAX, I'm with you.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Because I've never been to IMAX.
Yeah.
Oh
That'd
my
be cool.
goodness,
You gotta
it's
go,
awesome.
man.
Yeah.
But I'll watch. I'll probably watch Force Awakens, or then go right after that or something.
Just
of that
like-
nature. Mhm.
That would be awesome.
Yep, just to kind of go like boom, boom, boom.
Because I like to piece it all together. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because there's going to be stuff. The second one, this last one. I mean,
Last Jedi.
there was just so much. I just almost didn't pay
I
attention.
really liked it though. I really did.
I mean, there was so much though when I was watching. I just didn't pay attention to the details of it.
Yeah.
You know, like with the Snoke thing or Snoke, whatever. So when they
Yeah.
just go in, it's like, okay, this guy didn't mean anything. He was the biggest thing in the first movie.
Right.
Second movie, you just kill him in 30 seconds. No
It's
big deal.
over.
It's like, come on,
Yeah.
come on.
30 seconds is a long time, dude.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Just saying.
As you
Especially if you have a beard, I guess.
It's hard to tell. That's all you need is 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, you could drop something on the ground. After 5 seconds, you can pick it, or before 5 seconds, you can pick it up.
Yeah.
Right? 5 second rule.
Five
After
seconds.
that,
5
you have
second.
to throw it away. It's the same way with the beard. Anything your beard touches, if it's more than 5 seconds, look out, Jack. You better shave that junk off because you're getting all kinds of bacteria. And by the way, it could be deadly to your health.
Yeah, stuff gets stuck in there, man.
Doctor said so.
Yeah, hey, it's what research is at. That's why I wanted to see your guys' testicles, just to see if it was real or not. I just wanted to see if it was legit, if what they were talking about, if it was just one of these kind of articles, or the fact of a guy that has small testicles grows facial hair. I like to see that. I want to see it. Just do it anyway. Let me see it.
I'll give you the
Compare. Michelle, stand up, show your testicles. Chad and Todd, you two.
Wow. What kind of relationship you two got going on?
I'll give you the reason why I actually have a goatee, and it's the honest God's truth.
I want to know why.
Flavor saver.
Flavor saver. So like when you're eating Doritos and
yeah, we'll call it Doritos.
Yeah, cream filled. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Ding dongs.
All right.
Those are my favorite, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't like
There's-
saying
I
that,
don't doubt
ding
that.
dongs, but those are my favorite.
What else we got?
However,
Twinkies?
I do take a bath on a regular basis, and I use the Head and Shoulders. And I do up my beard or goatee, whatever. Jeez, I will.
God.
I feel like I'm watching a Mr. like I'm reminiscing of Mr. Hand. You know Mr. Hand from Seattle.
No, but he does. He knows Mr. My friend knows Mr. Hand.
I knew it was coming.
Todd, Google Mr. Hand
I was getting turned down. I could
in
feel it.
Washington. Chad, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but we had
Mr. Hand, that's Bacoli's teacher.
yeah,
Like Mr. Hand, right?
Mr. Hand. Mr. Hand. Google this at home if you're no. Don't Google this at home because Todd will tell you.
You want
have
me
to
to
get
video or just
Mr. Hand, Seattle or Washington State. That's all you have to do. It's going to come right up. He died actually. God rest his soul. Mr. Hand's dead now. He was a real dude.
That sucks.
Yeah, but you're going to see how he died. He went out in style.
All right,
He
fair
went out in
enough.
style.
Fair enough.
There you go. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, go to the very first one. Read that.
Wow,
Yeah.
holy crap.
See, this is what happens when you
Is
read
it,
too much.
His real name, Kenneth.
Yeah.
Penny.
How did he die,
Penny-
Chad?
Wait a minute.
How did he die?
I can't get past the first sentence.
Pinyon, Pinyan. That was his last name.
How did he die?
He was an engineer. He worked for Boeing, and he resigned in Gig Harbor, Washington. Where does it say? Oh, he received fatal injuries, internal injuries, in one such accident.
Should have probably prefaced this.
Well, yeah, maybe you
Anyway,
should.
what he did was they went out one night, him and his boys. Now, I don't know what was. Now, he was a Boeing engineer. Everybody has a dark side. They have skeletons, right?
God, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did. So he went out to some stables, and he found himself a Mr. Ed. And Mr.
Are
Ed.
you serious right now?
And listen, we're reading. That's why I wanted to let somebody else verify
Why do you
this.
think I just said no, he didn't?
Oh, my.
So anyway, him and Mr. Ed had a little bit of a fling for about 2 seconds before Mr. Hand turned into Mr. Hollow.
No doubt. No doubt.
So then he died from internal injuries. No,
Talking about going up in your guts.
I don't even know how that would. I don't even know how that would work. I don't even.
I
know.
don't understand.
He had.
He got nailed by the horse.
Yeah. He had relationships with a horse.
Well, anyhow, listen, on this particular instance, when he got killed, it said that he was there with a man named James Mitchell and another unidentified man. There were 3 guys.
Right. And those guys. Yeah. From
the horses who he was having anal sex with.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You got a picture of that, Chad? You got a picture?
So the other two guys. Now, what's crazy?
I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it.
Now, what's crazy is the other 2 guys that were with him here, they just got arrested not too long ago. I think they were breaking into a place. It was either
Do
in
you
Pennsylvania.
train them to do that?
Baby, I don't know. I don't know.
That's awful.
I don't think you do. I think it's a natural thing, but he probably had a beard or something. I don't know. I don't know. But no, the other 2 guys just got arrested. It was either Pennsylvania or Kentucky for breaking into another thing. They made money off making these videos. Sickos. I mean, absolute. That's where you want to almost think to yourself, there should be some sort of a death penalty or something just to kind of clean
Not
stuff
in West
up.
Virginia.
Yeah, still legal.
It's
Still
still legal.
Oh,
listen. But
Hello, Todd
now
Hall.
think about this. There's 3 of them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
How in the world?
Hell yeah, Jesse. He'll say coming to Columbus.
It's like, hey, I'm sitting around and thinking about doing this. You guys in?
You in?
I mean,
No, but the horse was.
No, but if you think about it,
Evidently, all the way.
all the way. But now here's what I'm thinking. Like what Derek's saying. We're sitting around. We're just sitting around here talking, and we're like, we have a hard time picking, like we're sitting around here saying, hey, listen, I've got the hottest chip on the planet. Who's going to eat it? Not me. Not me. Who's the guy that's sitting in this little group saying, you know what, I have a great idea.
Let's hear it, baby.
We're going to go to the horse stables right up the street, and somebody's going to, have a relationship with Mr. Ed. Who's going to do it? And we'll videotape it. What kind of drugs do you have to be on?
That's where that shirt comes in. That sounds like a bad idea. What time?
Yeah, zoophile. Listen, it's called zoophile. ZOOPHILE. That's what it's called when you have relations with livestock.
Yeah.
But listen, to show you how weird the world is, and the world is pretty weird.
I gotta see it. I need a video.
No, you don't. They're probably. This happened in Grand. This is a story out of Grand Haven, Michigan. All right. So you have this dude. He's married. He's doing pretty good. He gets a divorce. Yeah. Okay. So then he moves back in with his parents. It lasts about 10 months. So then he ends up moving to Illinois, I believe. No, it was actually Indiana. So his parents bring back all his stuff that he left in, Michigan. Mm-hmm. The problem is the one thing that they did not bring back was his porn stash.
Oh, so he has like one of them that goes down like this around his chin?
No, a collection.
Oh,
I'll use that
I
word.
thought he had like a Ron Jeremy porn stash.
$28,000, $940, not $28,940 worth, to be quite honest with you.
It's a porn stash, so it's not illegal, right?
So I can see why he got divorced, because evidently, that was...
There was actually a problem there. But the thing is, though, his parents threw it all away, which pissed him off. He had basically $29,000 worth of porn. That's a lot of porn.
Well, yeah.
I mean, a lot of CDs and DVDs. Who watches that stuff? Who sits there and how many batteries do you have to buy? Like if you're watching a VHS tape and you have to, first of all, you have to hit the tracking so your little static lines get out.
Yeah,
or
tracking.
What I mean? Or if you have a DVD and you have like one of these flicks, it's like 60 minutes long, but 10 minutes worth of content, and you say, well, and you have to sit there. How much batteries you go through in your remote control to get to the good parts? Where online, you just like bang, you're right there. You just like get to the preview, allegedly. But anyhow, so he's pissed at his parents at this point. He's like, listen, I had about $29,000 worth of my money, and you didn't, and you destroyed it. And his dad said, yeah, basically, because that's not normal. Yeah. So you know what he did? You know what his response was? Take him to court. He's suing him, and he's suing him with punitive damage. It's going to equal about $86,000.
He's suing his family because they destroyed his porn stash.
$29,000 worth of porn.
No kidding.
Did he have receipts for all these porn stashes?
Listen, they said it was an ungodly amount. 4 big moving boxes, like the things. Yeah. 4 big of those, just full of VHS tapes and DVDs and stuff.
Wow.
Now, could you imagine?
Nope.
No. Like, listen, Dad, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my chest of drawers in here, and I'm going to have some clothes in there. But the stuff, I'm going to need the entire garage.
Yeah.
What's this stuff? This is, that multimedia company thing that I was doing years ago.
Educational videos, Dad.
Yeah. But isn't that nuts?
That's crazy.
And then he's to the point where he's letting everybody know. So,
he's mad, yeah.
It's like having a future wife. He's all upset. So because his wife divorced him, he has to move in with his parents. So the best thing that he can do to attract another lady is let everybody know in the country that he has $29,000 worth of porn.
But I can guess why his wife divorced him.
He had a problem.
Most certainly. It's like, do you ever think about like The Bachelor, like these television shows? And I'll go back to this every time. They had the most beautiful people you'll see on the planet.
They really did.
And they can't pick up anybody in their own town, that they have to go on TV and let everybody know across the world that they're so much of a loser that they have to go and not even see like a blind date, and then they want to get married to them and they're heartbroken when they don't.
But you will run in there. You will stop that mower and run in there when Michelle says the
every
Bachelor's
single time.
It's a paycheck.
Bachelor in Paradise is my favorite.
All that
just
stuff's
all
paycheck.
scripted paychecks.
Everybody wanting their 15 minutes.
Sure.
I still love it.
And it's all stems back from
a lot more than
the
Star
Truman
Wars.
Show.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best movies ever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, most certainly. And you know what the thing is now is that I'm thinking of putting all these stories together. If we could have like a head transplant between a goat, like a long-bearded goat,
like Darren,
and then they could actually go on a farm and no one would think anything about it if they wanted to be with a pig. I mean, there's guys with pigs every day, right?
I always heard sheep. You ever hear sheep? You always hear sheep.
I heard that's why the boots are so tall, because they put your legs in so they can't run away.
Yeah.
I've always heard something like that.
Velcro gloves.
They always,
oh, yeah, Velcro gloves.
They always come up with stuff like that. But anyway, so, the topic of conversation after this weekend of going to the prom at Lincoln, which was really wholesome, going down to the Little League field, that was very wholesome. Yeah. We had to kind of dumb everybody up a little bit and talk about this kind of stuff.
Why don't you get them sheep that run and just get real stiff
Oh,
and
my
fall
God,
over.
they scare you.
Those are goats.
Oh, those are goats.
Yeah.
They're fainting goats.
Fainting goats. Those are
those are
hilarious.
I've seen those live.
Really?
In
What are
Grafton.
they?
They're
Fainting
fainting
goats.
What do they do?
Oh,
They-
listen.
when they make a loud noise, they just lock up and fall over.
Yeah.
Find
Oh,
a
they
video.
faint.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, they just roll right over.
Oh, they,
yeah.
I mean, like a board.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like
You
their
watch.
little legs stiffen it. Oh,
Where
yeah,
can
here we
you
go.
find them at?
There's some in Grafton.
There's getting there.
No, go ahead.
There's getting to be some closer in West Virginia, apparently, like you
Yeah.
said in Grafton.
Yep.
But before a few months ago, the closest you can get them that I knew of was Kentucky.
Oh, that's kind of
But
sad.
now they're starting to be
Oh, they're not. Doesn't
breeders.
hurt them. It's just an instinct for them.
It's like almost like it's probably like a
watching
defense.
It's a self-defense
Yeah,
mechanism.
watch. Boom! It's like playing possum.
So they really don't faint; they just pretend.
No.
Yeah,
It's a self-defense mechanism.
Watch. There's
They
a whole
lock up.
group of.
Boom! Bang! Yeah. See, that's just what they do. It doesn't hurt them.
Oh my
No.
gosh!
That dog going, hey guys, I'm not doing that.
Well, look at them. When they get up, they act like they.
Like if you
like,
clap real loud, yeah. See, like she just.
That one did like a face plant.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Aw,
And they're back up. Let's
how
roll.
pitiful.
So if you want some good tender goat meat, you just scare the shit out of it all day.
Oh. Those things are not. Those things are neat. Yeah. Whoever comes up with
Oh
that.
my!
Well, it's just like possums. There's something that a chemical that just automatically shoots their whole body, and they just stiffen up. They look like they're dead. It's their self-defense mechanism.
We had a possum out in the yard there a couple years ago. No, he wasn't playing possum. He was really dead.
Yeah,
And he was in the real.
Coyote got him.
Oh, is that the one that Michelle had to pick up and take away?
Yeah, because a coyote got him. I mean, slit him right down the middle, ate his guts out, left his fur. I mean,
Listen.
it was coyote.
That thing was about that thin. He was paper
And this
thin.
is the thing. I told Chuck exactly when I saw it. I said, "There's coyotes. There ain't coyotes out here."
Just got a
Well, about a year later, he saw a coyote.
just
in the
got a
yard.
warning here.
You saw one around
Okay.
here, Chuck?
Yeah, I had it
need
on the camera. So I had two of them.
You
One
got
was
some
back and one was front.
some breaking news.
Okay.
Breaking
We
news.
got some breaking news
Dun, dun,
music
dun,
here.
dun, dun.
Oh, sorry.
Give me a
What's the
second.
music
Give me a second.
And Derek's like, okay, somebody play the
Give me
freaking music.
Yeah, give me a second here.
Let's hear some music.
I'm not sure anything.
Okay,
See,
I
think Michelle's got
got
some.
one here somewhere. No, I got.
Okay, no, that's like the alert. Alert.
Okay,
Okay.
no, keep thinking. Keep
Alert,
thinking. Hold on.
alert.
Keep
There we
doing
go.
it. Hold on.
Oh, yes, we do.
Tonight's news brought to you by Derek
There we go. I
McIntyre.
got it.
Okay. We have some major. Yes, there it is.
That's good.
I just got an alert from the fire chief at Shinston Volunteer Fire Department. Severe weather. Severe weather is approaching our area, and he's not wrong. I'm looking at it on radar right now.
How far out is it? Because I'm on the motorcycle.
Yeah, you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah, you are on a motorcycle.
We're getting ready to shut this shit show down.
About 15 minutes, if that.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
It's just east of Clarksburg. Looks like a pretty strong wall of coming in here, right hot and heavy. So I'd say, probably about 10 minutes.
Yep.
All right. So
My
anyway,
freaking satellite goes out tonight on
We gotta
Game
shut
of
it down.
Thrones.
Time,
We have a
Yeah, I got
severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30 p.m. Let me read it.
Bye, Darren.
And it says, here we go. Severe thunderstorm warning is for Lewis, Doddridge, Gilmer, Northern Braxton, Harrison, Central Harrison County. At 7:40 p.m., severe thunderstorm located along the extending line near Pine Grove and Arnoldsburg, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour, 60 mile an hour
It's
wind
in
gusts.
Pine Grove. It's not that far. It's just in the other side of
And it's
Wetzel,
moving
right
quick,
in
yeah.
Wetzel County.
Yep. Expect damaged roof, siding, and trees. Locations include Clarksburg, Weston, Glenville, Grantsville, Bridgeport, Shinston, Stonewood, Nutterfort, Salem, Lumberport, West Union, Amore, Jackson's Mill, and so on and so forth.
okay. Well, we need to go shut some windows.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Darren
I gotta
needs
get the
to
bike
go.
out.
And
we gotta
Darren
go.
needs to split.
unplug your TV sets because if the
Check
power
what you
starts
have.
flickering, you're
Check.
gonna wipe everything else if it starts
no, I
power
got the car.
cycling. But it's only gonna last away 30 right in there. It'll
Yep.
be blown. It's moving fast.
It's
Yep.
moving fast.
Yep.
All right, so we're out of here unless we want to see. Anybody got any like goggles for Darren to wear?
Squint,
Let's
squint.
let him go.
On behalf of Chad Puccio, we have D-Mac down there. Great job yesterday with the Little League field,
Thank
brother.
you. Thank
And you have Darren over there rode his motorcycle on the biggest storm of the night like he hadn't heard about for 3 days. Listen, that's what happens when you have small. You have to show how big your balls are, man. That's what I mean.
That's right.
Bigger the goat, the bigger the goat. We had the lovely and talented Beerless Michelle Rogan
Thank
sitting over there
God.
taking the place of Jimmy Whiz in his pants over from Pittsburgh, and Bruce Takahashi's in New York City, and also the best friend a guy could have, best friend of the guy's wedding, Chewbacca, the show, la, 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 friend of Jesse, and twin brother of Jesse, both Geminis.
Out.
Ladies and
thank you for all
gentlemen.
that.
Yeah, Todd, Captain Earl Beck. Until next week, actually not next week, we're off. That'll be
Yep,
Easter,
we're
so
off
we'll be
Easter
back
weekend.
on the 27th.
So
and
enjoy
whatnot.
your Easter with your
Yeah, yeah,
family.
yeah, yeah,
Eat
yeah,
ham,
yeah.
turkey, and all that stuff.
Until then, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Rogan Radio.
Bye-bye. See ya.
Woo!